Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're doing a general reading on childhood problems. We have 10 questions here. We have, what is the problem with your childhood? Uh, Past influence affecting the problem. Present influence affecting the problem. How to best help this problem or best solve this problem. The outcome, like when you take actions to solve it. Where or will there be a problem with your childhood in the near future? Like something that might trigger you in the near future based off your childhood. And next question is, what will the problem be related to? How can you help the situation or avoid the problem? And next question is how can this problem best be helped at the time, when if something's triggering you, what can you do to be untriggered in a way? And then the outcome. So question 1 through 4 is pretty much from one deck, so I'm just gonna lay out the cards so I can talk about them at once. It'll be easier that way. So first card up is Aphrodite. She's the goddess of love, Greek goddess of love and stuff like that. And we have here self-love. She's also married to about to say Hades, wrong person. She's also married to Ares. Yeah, the god of war. That's her husband. She kind of sort of cheated. She was married. Is they even married? First, she was married to Hephaestus. Hope I'm saying his name right. But he was the person that makes all the weapons for Olympians, and he was working too hard and he was putting a lot of working overtime, and she took that as the top opportunity to go see what Ares was talking about. And Hephaestus, he suspected it and was like, I'm gonna catch him in the act, and created this whole little thing that pretty much will fall on them while they was caught in the act. And now she's pretty much stuck with Ares. So yeah, that's Aphrodite. Next we have Oya. I forgot which area she's from, but she is this is power here, but it's power through chaos, the storm and thunderstorms and stuff like that. That's her big thing. Something about tens. Either she had 10 kids and they all died, or she was 1 out of 10 kids, something like that. But I have the book here. When I read you her quote, I'll pretty much skim through it and catch you up. But I remember that much, so I don't have that much to say about her. Next we have Megan Lefree, and we have Magic. I don't know at all, so we will find out together. And then we have Sekhmet reduce, but it came reverse. So I'm gonna show it to you upright as well, but just know I'm gonna flip it over because it's reverse. You can take in the glory of it upright, right? But it's reverse. You feel me? So you're not it's reduction. You're not subtracting things. You adding things rather than subtracting, So let's get into Aphrodite, what she has to say. Okay, so Aphrodite, for the first question, which was, what is the problem? Which is self-love. Might not have enough self-love for yourself. Might not be really, loving on yourself as much. You know, and looking for love outside of yourself. That's not her quote. I'm not reading her quote right now, but I'm just saying, just spieling off, like, seeing, like, it's good to love yourself. It's important. The Queen of Cups, says she can give and receive love, but she's also, like, giving love to herself. Like, she can give love to herself, receive love from other people, and also be able to give love to other people, because she's very loving and caring and nurturing. That's her whole MO, is being loving, caring, and nurturing. She love herself. She love others. She love people. She's very, bubbly, friendly. So Aphrodite's quote, it says, romantic love comes into focus. Build your love of self from inside out. You only fear because you lack self-love and acceptance. Jealousy is unnecessary. Honestly. Everyone has their own little, but Oya here, everyone has their own power, their own unique qualities. And, there's no need to be jealous. The way you might use, we might have similar powers, but the way you use your powers is different than how I use my powers. And there's no right or wrong way about it. It's just, how you make something might not be how I make something. Or I might have the idea to create something. You might have the same idea, but do it differently. That's fine, and that's okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Don't need to be jealous or intimidated or try to bring anybody down, because it's unnecessary. Okay, so Oya. Okay, I'm going to tell you about her first. Pretty much glanced over her. Not glanced over, but I told you a little bit of information, but not everything. I said she's very thunder-based and like storms in the skies and stuff like that. She is a Yoruban horn goddess. Youruban. Goddess. Don't know how to say that. And she is the wife of Shango, right? The god of storm. And she's a force to be reckoned with. She rides the storm and saying, like, you see her? She's in a storm coming out. You see this person right here? Not expecting it. Like those, ever saw like a tornado and then a cow just magically go woof in the tornado? It's, they probably, you see her in there. She, unexpected. So we have, she clears the way for new growth, destroys what is not needed, and in a storm maker, casting rivers and new paths forward. She brings in great power and action. She assists women in matters of to be equal to men. Oya may come in your life when you most need change, but seem unable to invoke it in yourself. Like I said over here, it's time to love yourself. Like, so if you start losing a whole bunch of friends, or you're no longer, like, not even losing a whole bunch of friends, like, you go out with a group of people and you sit in there with them and you don't have, like, nothing to talk about, or, like, you're not having fun, like, it's time to go find a new group of friends. Okay, now her quote is, change is welcome, allow the storm to pass. It is necessary to clear the way. You are protected in your search of equality. Do not misuse your power. So in my example, with, you with a group of people that you no longer resonate with, you no longer like happy being around them, celebrating with them and stuff like that, it's just best to, find yourself a new group of friends. You have the power to do that. You don't have to be there if you don't want to be there. You just being unhappy and miserable, and then at some point, other people pick up on that misery or the down energy, and you bring other people down. So it's just best to find a group of people where you belong. You have the power to do that. But you have to, make space to meet new people. So if you spend all your time with this group of people that you don't really like, you have to, make some time and make space to go out and meet new people without them. So Megan Lefrey is pretty much from, King Arthur. It's pretty much she's Celtic, from the Celtic myths. Is Malin the mage? If you went to Seven Deadly Saints, her. And it says here that she has a legend both of seeking, truth-seeking and harsh treatment of, evil witches and people that plotted to bring down her half-brother, Arthur. See if there's anything else that's very important for me to see. No, not really. Yeah, she pretty much fought along Arthur's side, protected King Arthur, and pretty much used her powers to protect her brother. Well, either way, her brother. So her quote is, "You have the power, and it's real. A secret will be revealed. You have an unexpected ally. Seek the truth. Try some magic." No, you have the power. You can walk away and meet new friends. You have the power to do that. Realize that you no longer fit in with these group of people. You see, these two looking in the same direction. They both facing this way, and she's facing that way. And then this person is looking this way. You're the odd person out, pretty much. This is why I'm pointing out the picture. He's looking behind you, and these are behind you. He's looking at you where did you come from? Why are you dressed like that? It's because you're stepping in your power and in your magic and being true to who you are. And, no longer letting your past, hold you back. Once you start having self-love and start setting boundaries for yourself, you no longer let other people set those boundaries for you. You start standing in your powers and standing 10 toes down on whatever you said. You said what you said and you meant it. If you say that you don't like bananas and somebody try to make you eat bananas, you will kindly be like, no, I don't want a banana. But if they try to force feed you bananas, you're not going to let that person in your space or your energy because they try to force feed you something that you didn't want. And, violated your boundaries. And then we have I don't even think I told you what she is. The place escaped me. That is crazy. Egypt. There we go. An Egyptian goddess. I was like, that is legit. Had the word on the tip of my tongue, and it's just yep, I'm gonna go. That's. She is an Egyptian goddess. She protects the pharaoh and the people, particularly during war. And her MO is pretty much she is fierce, but she's also very compassionate. So in time of war, you have to be fierce. You have to be standing in your power and stuff like that. But you also have to be have a sense of compassion a little bit. It might be a little hard, okay? Because you have to be on alert because you don't know who is with you, who not for you, and stuff like that. And there's a lot of bloodshed and stuff like that. So she helped those families with those people out of war and those warriors and stuff like that to soothe them and give them a sense of compassion. So, but with it being reversed, It's the shadow aspect or the shadow side of her. So I can read that because that's short. It says, if we try to suppress or deny our feelings, we may express them later in an inappropriate way. For example, those of us who repressed our anger often explode with rage in complete different situations. Develop emotional authority is an important tool in combat such behaviors. So that was the shadow side, suppressing your feelings, pretending that like I was saying before, like you don't have to be there. You could just get up and find new people. It's cool. It's fine. You outgrow sometimes, you outgrow a situation, you outgrow your house, you outgrow your shoes. Okay? You have the same shoe size forever. The same thing with a group of friends. You move around, you find different places and different groups. You don't have the same friend groups forever. You have different friend groups for different things. And sometimes you start mingling friend groups and you find a better friend group where you more you fit in more a little bit. But you have to let go of some people and understand you do have to do what's best for you by doing what's best for you by letting them go and allowing you to go find a place where you're happy and allowing them to find somebody that will be, happy to be with them and be around them and stuff like that because you're no longer that person. Because I was reading this book. I was reading this book, right? And now he was supposed to be like a player or whatever and stuff like that. And it's supposed to be like a high school kind of thing. And, he's supposed to be like one of the, main hot males in there, whatever. And the popular female is supposed to be like his little girlfriend, da-da-da-da. But she wasn't. He was just like a little fling. Okay, but he had many flings. It wasn't just her. You feel me? Right? And when he actually made somebody his girlfriend, she was a little bit upset and stuff like that. And, like Hephaestus tried to schedule... book fell. I'll come back to it. But try to, plan or strategize a situation that can catch his now girlfriend and them two together, right? And long story short, I'm gonna go to just picture that in your head, right? Boop, doo-doo-doo, right? Oh, I got crystals. I could just use it this way. Okay. So, boyfriend, girlfriend, little fling, right? So, boom, right? He was over here he wasn't minding his business. He kind of sort of got into a fight because somebody over here was bothering his girlfriend. But the person that bothered his either way, it doesn't matter. Fast forward, right? Right? So they talking or whatever. She pushing up on him, trying to rub up on him, and he just it didn't have no type of effect on me. I didn't even get hard. That's when okay? It is over. It's just, he said, she tried to rub up on me. My dick didn't even get hard. I said, wow. It's just, he don't care, But, her seducing powers ain't work no more. He see through it. He don't want her no more. Okay, he know what real love feel like, and that ain't it. Okay. Oh, let me read you her quote. It's a good thing the book fell. That reminded me that I didn't read her quote. So her quote is, "Allow what is no longer needed to be destroyed." Oh, you're trying to destroy it, bro. And reduce. Build your emotional authenticity. You are protected when expressing your true emotions in an appropriate way. You have the power and to do that. When it's not. Some people might see it as magic, to be able to have somebody curse you out in your face, and you just be calm, fine, and dandy. It's not a sense of magic. Well, it could be a sense of magic. Just I don't care much about you, so I don't care what you say. It's. You have control of your emotions. You're not allowing what they say bother you. Now, if they get a little bit too close to you and, like, start threatening and putting hands on you, then, you step into your full power and then you let them know. Like, whoa there, buckaroo. Like, but you have, like, that self-love and self-respect to not allow anybody just to be around and be in your energy just because they want to. Or, overstep boundaries just because they feel like it's okay. And then the outcome. So that was like question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. And then question 5 is the outcome. And then we have the destroyer, which is the tower in this deck with my little dragons. Let me tell you what dragon's supposed to mean. In like the Chinese culture, they say that dragon's supposed to represent like demons, your fears and stuff like that. But funny enough, in like the chakras and stuff like that, dragons are supposed to be very closely associated with your solar plexus, and your solar plexus, is fire, it's yellow, it's very sunny, and it's all about like taking actions and moving past fear and having success in your power and stuff like that. But you see the Chinese culture or Asian culture, they use dragons a lot. Like, it's to symbolize overcoming their fears and no longer be scared of their dragons, facing their fears. I think one time I heard it's supposed to scare other things. I'm not completely sure, don't quote me on that. But the tower can have like multiple different meanings. It can mean like a sudden change, things coming down, destruction, upheaval, destruction, failure, a shift, a sudden shift. It gives you a chance and an opportunity to, see something in a new perspective. Also, it can mean an ego death, and an ego death allows for a spiritual awakening in a way. And then, a tower, after the tower is the star card, and the star is supposed to be like a wish and a manifestation, magic. But you have to be vulnerable and be true to who you are and be authentic to who you are, and communicate your, be in your power authentically, love yourself and love, flaws and all, and be in your power and be authentically you and unapologetically you, not feeling sorry for existing, apologizing people for your existence. Sorry, it's not. I remember somebody did that, and I said, she did it for attention, right? And I said, it's alright. And then she felt hurt. Like, at least I listened. Like, that was the... Everybody else ignored her. At least I acknowledged what you said. That was kind of shocking. Like, yeah, everybody else was ignoring you, but I actually heard you. Like, is it alright? I don't care. Like, I don't have to deal with you other than, work hours. So, but yeah, you don't feel like you taking up space or feel like a bother. There's gonna be people that love you and accept you for who you are, and even if there's not, you love you and accept you for who you are, and that's all that matters. Honestly, you love yourself, and at some point in time, you're gonna find a fish in the sea that's gonna love you just for not even fish. What another thing that like is very monogamous to go that way and mate for life? Wolves. Yeah. Whoo. Okay. I'm gonna go wolves. Your scent, right? Your true authentic self. Because with wolves, right? They have like a specific scent, and then they may be able to find them and stuff like that. Or a specific smell that another person like, and then now y'all mates and stuff like that, and y'all mate and everything's all fine and dandy. That's great, right? It's great. But if, let's say you get kidnapped by poachers. Let's just say, right? And they start covering up your scent and putting a whole bunch of things on you. Your person can't find you, okay? They can't find you at all. They're gonna find like the spot where they took you, where you went missing. They gonna know that you was there, but they don't know what nothing else. They can't find you because your scent is covered until take a shower a little bit, get back into your true authentic scent and stuff like that. Do whatever you did to get that. Then they be able to find you and pick up on it. But something has to change first. That moment, like I just said, with you have to everything that they just put on you to cover your scent, you have to get that off of you to get for your original scent to come back, for them to be able to pick you up and know where to go, smell you and go there. Okay, so now we're gonna move into question 6 to 9. It's pretty much, I use 2 different decks, but it's one card from one deck, so I'm gonna put it all out again. This is pretty much like the outcome once you do everything, all this. Like, if you don't let it go, it's gonna let go of you. Pretty much is how I see this. Like, it's still gonna get reduced at some point in time, because with the tower, nothing can get saved. Like, there's lightning, it's a dragon from, and then lightning is supposed to represent like spirit actually doing it. Like, we can never tell when lightning is gonna strike or when it's gonna hit us and stuff like that. It's spirit bringing down this tower and making this intervening and making this change happen. And it's saying we letting go. We need to destroy what no longer serves you. And we're going to set that shit ablaze. Because you need to learn not to go back to it. Okay? Leave it alone. Because if you touch it, it will burn you. Play with fire, you will get burnt. Okay? Okay. So we have integrity. Align your actions so that they match with your values and inner knowing of what's right for you. And we have base chakras. When I was just talking about solar plexus, look at that. Well, it's not really the base, technically. It's close to it, though. The base is the root, where, this is. And it says, choose only positive thoughts to decide or describe your home, career, and finance, as your words determine your outcome. So if you want to change or you're no longer happy where you are, you have to realize that and acknowledge that. And realize that's a breakthrough, okay? They always be like the first step is acceptance, okay? You also, there's denial, okay? You deny it for like a while. But then once you accept it, then it's like, all right, you're aware of it. That's great. That's cool. What you gonna do about it, though? Okay, so then next we have emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity, as it is a gift to all. Your self-love, that's your chakra. And that is how you feel it. Your sacral chakra. Tell me to move you over here. Yeah, okay. So it's your root, your chakra, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and then your crown, right? So, your navel, it's pretty much the emotional part, your sacral chakra, how you feel about yourself and how you connect with others is all right there, and then you take action on it. It's right here. But if you have like low self-esteem and stuff like that, and no, like low self-worth and not trusting yourself and don't believe in yourself a lot, that affects how you communicate with others. You might be around other people and let them say certain things because you think it's like a joke or out of love or something like that, when it's really like not, from time to time. And you know it could be saying that it's time to let that go and go find a group of people where you actually can be yourself with, and don't have to hang your head down and they look at you crazy or like you're just weird, or that like the black sheep. You find the place where you belong. Oh, like Lilo and right, with Myrtle and her friends. Like you're no longer trying to fit in with Myrtle and her friends. You go find your own little group of people. I mean, she had Stitch, and then at some point she had like Stitch and her cousins, and like you find your own little group of friends and where you belong, and you don't care about Myrtle and her little posse. Cause they don't even want to really be friends with Myrtle when you really think about it. They just spectators. And then we have, you are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye, that's your third eye, as well as with your physical sight. For your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guiding. That gut feeling that you may have from time to time. Listen to it. It's trying to protect you. If you see something that you don't like, and your intuition, or you have a bad feeling about it, you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure, you feel off, you feel iffy, it's your intuition saying it's time to get up and walk out. We're no longer comfortable here. It's uncomfortable. It's like, I'm gonna go back to a shoe because that's what popped in my head. It's like a shoe, right? And you trying to squeeze your fit, like you no longer fit in with these people. You trying to, let's say it's a size 4 shoe and you wear a size. It's a size 4 in women's. Let me specify. And you wear a size, and you wear a size 8 in women's. You cannot squeeze your foot into that shoe, okay? Like, it's uncomfortable. It's gonna be tight. The whole thing is not gonna fit. It's gonna be rubbing against things and stuff like that. It'd just be best to just throw away the shoe, get a whole new shoe. Trust that. Trust those feelings. Like, if it's a little tight, a little squeeze in here, uncomfortable, can't really, you too busy thinking about what you say because you don't want to be like cast out or ostracized or made fun of or degraded, looked at weird. Find those people that like the same thing that you do. There's a reason why in schools they had groups. Or clubs. It's not groups. They had clubs. So you can find, make friends and stuff like that way. There's different ways to make friends, but just be careful. Discerning. The world is crazy out here. Okay? You have to trust those gut feelings. If something isn't right, with Mr. Crimes. Before, that episode when he was like, there's a smelly smell that smells smelly. Pick up on it, okay? Pay attention to it. It's trying to tell you something. That's, your little magic right there. Everyone has that. An intuition and that gut feeling. Some people just don't listen to it. And the more you listen to it, the better you become at it. And trusting yourself. Be like, oh, every time this happens, this happens. Or when I feel this and I ignore those feelings, this ends up happening. Maybe I should listen to those feelings and see what happens. And then you remove yourself from the situation and you see it from like a different point of view, an outsider's point of view, and let whatever, happened over there happen. And then you protected and you safe because you weren't even in the castle when the dragon came to destroy it. You watch from the outside and watch everything come crashing down rather than, it comes down on you while you in it. You have to jump out the window and whatnot. It's not that big of you just realize it and just up and go. There's got to be no big drama or anything about it. You cool. Finding a place where you can care and love yourself fully. If it's like simply being at home, it's best to be by yourself rather than being with a group of people where you don't really got a fake laugh and stuff like that. It's just it's just no. It's like my example with the book. Like if if you're a dude, right, and like a girl walked by you and you used to like really care about this girl and she walked by you naked, you don't even nothing, just limp. It's maybe it's time to go. It's time to check out. Like it's just like it is what it is. Like if the certain things that they used to do don't hit anymore and like anymore, don't have that little spunk. You can talk about it. You can communicate. And but if nothing's happening, nothing's changing, it's time to realize that it's time. You have to be that change. Be the change that you want to see. So if it's if you want to be happy and the situation ain't making you happy, there's an exit, the tower. It might be sudden and it's quick. You might need to be like, yeah, I'm gonna head out. I don't want to be here anymore. Be over. Deuces. Like lose my number. Oh, I'm chucking. Yo. Deuces popped in my head, but it was like the middle finger part, but then I forgot how the song went. So, middle finger up and then another finger follows. You just like, yep, we out here. So it's just like, you say goodbye, say, get what you need to get off your chest, or just simply, you just see things and just move on. Don't actually communicate or not communicate. Like you say things, you communicate, and nothing happened and nothing changed, and you probably said it like a time and time again, and you're tired of saying it, tired of communicating it, and you just continue to peep and realize it's a pattern, and that, like I said before, you have to set boundaries for people, or tell people your boundaries, or other people is going to set them for you. And you seeing those people that's trying to set your boundaries for you and overstepping those boundaries that you put in place and violating them, you letting them go and be like, yeah, I'm good. I don't. You no longer spark me joy. Okay, I don't want to be here anymore. Jada Smith Karate Kid, like, I hate it here. I want to go home. Like, you, and, like, that's fine. That's cool. You're just you growing and allowing a new opportunity to come to you. You open yourself up to new horizons. See it that way. Rather than seeing yourself losing people and losing friends. Just see it as having new opportunities to meet new people and to experience new things in life that you probably would not have been able to see and experience with a group of people and friends that you have now. It's cool. It's okay. It's fine. And then we have workshop and seminars. Attending and giving speeches is a part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. Every teacher had to be a learner at one point. What? Every teacher had to be a student at some point. Yo. They had classes and seminars that they had to attend to teach you the same thing in the same way. So just like me, I have had to live certain life's experiences to be able to give you certain examples and be able to tell you certain things. Like, it'd be real uncomfortable when we're in a group of people, and you know they're supposed to be your friends and stuff like that, and you just on your phone the whole time. Um, they like 3 jokes in and you haven't laughed once. You just want to go home, be by it, like watch some TV and stuff like that. That speaks volumes, and it's saying like, you know, you changed, and you're not on the same level that they are. You no longer, see things this way that they do, or see the world the way that they do, and that's fine. That's okay. Like, everyone grows, and then we all grow at our own pace, our own speed. But we can't like continue holding on to things and not make space for other things to come in. Like, imagine, you ever saw the shows Hoarders, right? It's bad to be a hoarder because it's bad for your health because it collects dust and then insects and then a whole bunch of other things, right? Right. Now imagine, rather than like it's being like stuff and objects, you doing that with people, right? It's gonna be very hard to move through your house, would it not? Imagine if you gotta pee. It's very hard to move through those people to get to that goddamn bathroom. You done peed on yourself, okay? Trying to get through, squeeze through the people to go to the bathroom. It's just best to be like, all right, people gotta go, okay? Make way for me to go to the bathroom. Leave. Like at least 15 people leave right now so I can start making my way to the bathroom. Okay, this crowd right here gotta go, You start like telling people like where the exit are, like, okay, there's exit this way, there's an exit that way, so they can start leaving and getting away so you can have a clear way to the bathroom where you have like no problems or anything. And then we have throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Didn't we have that? Oh, with the speaking your feelings, getting control over them. Because if you don't, you're just gonna burst out of nowhere. Like, sometimes Hulk has to be Hulk. Don't get me wrong, okay? But sometimes he need to be Bruce. we can't be like, we cannot communicate with the Hulk at certain points in time, okay? Hulk and Bruce is totally different people, okay? Like in Ragnarok, right? And when Thor saw the Hulk, he was like, yeah, whoa, we're co-workers, right? And Hulk handed him his ass. Is like that, bro. Like, once you get to like, you keep building it up and not saying what you want to say, at some point you're gonna go full-blown Hulk, okay? And then it's not gonna be able, we won't be able to, talk you down, calm you down, and talk you out, like bring you back down to being Bruce. Only one person was able to do that, and Thor was not that person. So it's just like, you have to communicate and speak up for yourself, because no one else will be able to do it for you. Now, if you watch She-Hulk, now I know that Bruce and Hulk is now together, but you see how long it took? You see it? And then we have turn criticism into kindness, right? If they're trying to tell you that you can't do something, try to prove them wrong. Either way, still do it. Still do it. So what? Still do it. Be like, oh, that will never work. Still do it. Try it anyways. Make mistakes. Magic school bus. Like, science is all about trial and error. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You make a mistake, you find something out, or you create a whole situation. You gotta be careful. Like, if it's biology, you might like find a whole like new virus or something like that, or bacteria or something, or like this bacteria that you didn't know that was in the lab, you find it or something like that, and chemistry, you gotta be real careful, because might knock yourself out, inhaling it. Somebody touch it, it's bad. So be careful. I would say, research, look it up, and then like do it anyways. Try anyways. There's no harm in trying, honestly. Okay, so now the outcome that we have is the hold on. The Imperial Dragon, which is the strength card, but it's reverse. So the strength is all about like ego and pride and being egotistical, narcissistic. Have a lot of like could be like overly confident in yourself and thinking like everybody wants you and stuff like that when people like it's not really that. Or it could be like you letting like your pride and your ego like affect you moving on and moving forward. And you have to face that and take on like control that. That has to come down. Like I said over here, like it could be ego death and then boom. Ego. Like you're because this the sun, which the Leo card is ruled by, is all about self. And we have to be able to face, like, we can't face other people if we can't face ourselves. If we're lying to ourselves, how can we tell the truth to other people? Express our truth to other people if we can't even express our truth to ourselves? Shakespeare said it. To thy own self be true. You have to know thyself. That's important. You have to be able to tell yourself the truth. Know what's true for you and what's false for you. Because other people will try to make things true for you. They will try to, like, if you don't create your own boundaries, people will create it for you. You have to tell them, no. Okay? I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. You gotta face your fears. Conquer those demons. If you're a people pleaser, acknowledge that. It's okay to be a people, like, not saying it's okay to be a people pleaser. Like, it has a plus and its benefit, like, its negatives, okay? You're very nice, you're very kind, you're very caring, okay? But then there's some people that try to take your kindness for weakness. So then you have to, like I said, pros and cons. And then we have the Firmament, and it was also reversed, which is pretty much the star card. And the star card reverse, which I said the star comes after the tower. It's a wish and a manifestation. But if you're seeing that as being it's reverse, you're not able to manifest, or what you're manifesting is not going to come through or come true because you haven't done the work on yourself. Like I said, like, you have to be true and like open and honest and vulnerable. If you're lying about the situation and pretending like everything is sweet, like everything's all fine and dandy, like your whole world ain't falling apart. it's people start getting a little bit worried there. Like, are you like, you have to, acknowledge it, realize it. You lying to yourself in some way, shape, or form, or you trying, self-centered or egotistical, prideful in some way, shape, or form, and that's costing you your happiness. Or because the star card reverse could also means like greed and stuff like that, and hopelessness and like self-pity and doubt. But you, like I said before, like, you have the power to move on. Like, it's all like, it's how you see it. Like, the tower give you a chance and opportunity to change and grow. Like, it hurts for a while, okay? Normally it's two people falling out, like, off the tower. It's like a fall from grace, yeah. But you don't stay down for a while. You're not meant to fall and stay down. Like, that's why the star card comes back up. Like, there's this change and this shift that allows this new beginning to happen, that brings you back hope. But if you're still stuck and dwelling on or fixing things with like a group of people that are not really supposed to be there, and like I said before, in our house with those items, imagine it being people. You don't even have room to go to your bathroom. Okay, you have to allow those people to go. You have to let it go. It might be bittersweet, but they have to go so you can have room in your house to go to the bathroom, for one, and allow other people to come in and see what's going on there, and allow them to come and go freely. Not trying to just keep them and hold them or hold on to them and stuff like that. And then we have Justice reverse, and this balance. Well, it says balance, but it's the Justice card reverse. And pretty much justice reverse. There's no justice. There's no truth. There's no clarity. There's nothing will be balanced until you face your fears, take accountability for what you can take accountable for, and take action on what you need to take action on. Because it's like we have here is your power and your magic. You have the power to reduce, tell those people to get the frick out your house so you can go to the bathroom. You have the power to simply leave and go to a new house if you want to. I guess it's an imaginary house. You have the power to do that. It's all up to you. But with justice being reversed, it says beware of bias or closed-minded options or opinions of others and yourself. The closed mind refuse to acknowledge the truth, and it is lost in a world of illusions. Therefore, not therefore. Thoughtless acts will be disastrous if it's not balanced out with a sincere apology. Every thought, word, and action has a seed that it has sown. The seed is the truth. Either you go in, tell the truth, not be all egotistical, all in your ego and thinking this victim mindset, woe is me, everything is being done to you, blaming other people for how you feel in your actions and stuff like that. Or, talking out and stuff like that and being upset. It's, could be saying hey, take some time out for yourself. Ooh, sorry. Be honest with yourself. Then I kept talking about the truth. You have to be on. Yeah, have to be honest with somebody. You have to be honest with yourself. You're not happy here. Okay? So something that can change and be moved and let go. Because until then, this will continue to happen. You will continue to be stuck in something that you're not happy in, and be out in the cold and just be. And the tower can also be hitting rock bottom and stuff like that. So it's just you will continue to be at the bottom until you start being honest with yourself and working on what you need to work on. Because, right, and this, because it's my dragon deck. So from this deck, this is a strength card, like I said, but it's supposed to be your spiritual power and your fortitude. And it's all about taking action on what makes you happy and stuff like that. And the star card is all about. Hold on, what's my train of thought? And then the star card, it's all about the unending cosmos and having hope. Right? You have to have you have to fill yourself up with hope or have faith in whatever you set your mind to. Like I was saying before, try it anyways, do it anyways. Even if they think it's not gonna work out or stuff like that. Learn about it, research, see if you want to really get into it. If you do, then great. Continue moving forward. It's not their life, it's your life. And then with the Justice card, it says moral strength and integrity, right? And then we have balance. Like, you have to, and we had integrity here. Align your actions so that they match your values and your inner knowledge. With it being reversed, your inner knowledge is not really getting, you can't get it, understand it clearly, because you're allowing somebody else to fill your head with a whole bunch of fluff and nonsense that have to come to a change or come to an end. Because the throat chakra is all about like expressing your truth, speaking the truth. Like you, and you're not doing that. But we're doing a 4-card reading. I'm going to show you the pre-shuffle in a minute. So we have the Chariot, which is all about moving forward and having determined victory. But just like with balance or justice, they also have like a white horse and a dark horse that they have to bring into balance. And, you know, there's a shadow aspect and then there's, you know, a light aspect. They have to be balanced in both and accept themselves in order to move on and have that like balance and to control it. Because he's not, even though they're connected to the Chariot, but he's moving it based off willpower and determination. Like, he says go, they start moving forward, not just one stays down and the other one move. Like, it won't work that way. They both have to get up and go and move and when he says so. And only a balanced emperor can also drive the Chariot. And underneath that, we have the Queen of Wands, and she's very charming, charismatic, attractive, like a socialite, pretty much. Very, you know, she's very with yeah, here, you know, it could be like a warrior kind of thing. Warrior is an warrior queen is another name for her from time to time if she's like taking action on something. But let me see the next card before I say something. The 9 of Cups. Okay, so, you know, you could be taking action on your happiness, but the 9 of Cups could also be like contentment or just, you know, smugness. And then we have, you know, the Pride card here. She will do things out of pride and ego and, you know, to be smug. So if she try to move or take action on something, she probably would do it like just for the looks of it and how it will benefit her, not out of, you know, like the good of all or the good for all or stuff like that. She's doing it for her. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, like I was just saying, she would take action or move forward on stuff if, you know, on things that make her happy. But the Queen of Swords also do that, but she does it out of a lightened self-interest, like spiritual lightened self-interest. Like, it had to make sense to her spiritually and it, like, logically, and she wants to do it. Where the Queen of Wands, if she take action on something, it legit could be like, if it's a relationship or something like that, it could be because of knowing that person, the status that she would get with that person and stuff like that. People she would meet knowing that person. It's very superficial. And then the moon peeked out. And the moon is all about like secrets, illusions. Yeah. So let's see what 4 cards come out. Okay. So we have the 8 of Wands, which is fast, unexpected movements. You know, it could be coming towards you or from you. We'll find out. Just fast movements is all we know right now. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is like a new, solid, stable beginning. But it's the slowest energy in the deck because it holds a lot. Like it could be like your worth, an offer, money, time, a house. Is this something that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to build up to and to have. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is like a truth and a clarity, reconciliation. But it's Archangel Michael, Sword of Truth, and we have, the angel right here trying to help you speak your truth. You have to speak your truth in order to have a solid, stable beginning, and until you realize that, things might be on delay. With the Star card being reversed, the Star could also mean delay as well. So things will be on delay until you speak your truth and cut out what needs to be cut out. With the Reduce also being reversed. And Justice also being reversed. You have to release some things, cut things out, let things go. Because Justice, it brings people together, but it also divorces people. Separate people. You have to separate yourself from some things in order for your wish and your manifestation to come in. It's either people around you, your way of thinking, or your way of being has to come to a change. You have to realize that and, make peace with it. Like, you have flaws. Everyone has flaws. Make peace with your flaws. It's okay. Everyone has some type of childhood trauma or childhood issue. It's okay. It's not just you. But we just have to heal from it. We can't use that as an excuse to continue hurting people and being angry. And we have the Three of Pentacles, which is teamwork and, collaborating, who we're looking at who you, build with and want it to be around you and make your co-workers and stuff like that. People that you be around, if you want to, because the Three of Pentacles also mean like apprenticeship, and then it leads to the Eight of Pentacles where you start mastering something. So it's like you realize that you want to be happy, you cut out what needs to be cut out, and you start moving towards your happiness, taking action to move towards your happiness. And not for superficial reasons. Don't do it for superficial reasons. You have to legit. That's why I say the Queen of Swords. She also does it. That's why I made that made it real clear. That Queen of Wands being there is a little bit spish. And then the Moon was also there. Something is being hidden, not fully shown. Until that is is being shown and is being cleared and told. You might continue to build with some people that you're not meant to be working with or connecting with or collaborating with people that you're not really meant to be collaborating with. And until you move away, to have a solid, stable beginning. Until you move away to, once you realize that and start moving away to have a new, solid, stable beginning, things will be on delay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Right? And the Seven of Wands has a lot of different meanings. It could mean that someone is standing up and doing what's right for them, right? Or it could be being defensive. Then we have but then we have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all wishy-washy. 1 minute he's in, 1 minute he out. 1 minute he in, 1 minute he out. It's the Glorilla dance, it's bro, what are you doing? You here, you there? Where we going? What we doing? Okay? That's what's wrong. You have to balance those horses. And if you're doing it for superficial reasons, try to prove that you're better than somebody, that's you being smug. Okay? That's that Nine of Cups. That's what's it's kind of weird with the Queen of Wands there. It's do you do you have to legit try to make your life better for you, not for trying to make somebody else feel bad and bring them down. Right? The High Priestess. But with that Moon being here, she's very, secretive, hold their claws very close to their chest, vest, and whatever. And, it might be a little bit hot and cold, thinking that's standing up and doing what's right for you. But you have to walk with the Eight of Cups being here. You have to walk away from, have to have that intuitive, because with the Ace of Swords, like I said, it's a truth, a clarity, an aha moment, an epiphany, and high priestess have that all the time, like with like the intuition and stuff like that. She has, you know, like I said before, she holds a lot of secrets, keep them very close to her chest, and a lot of intuitive downloads. She might not act on all of them. She's also very balanced in the duality, knowing that, you know, there's light and then there's shade. There's yin and then there's yang. You have to take action. There's time to take action and there's time to sit and stay and be still, you know? And with the Eight of Cups here, it's like it's saying, like, bro, it's not like if you want to stand up and do what's right for you, you have to legit walk away from, you know, this pride and ego and thinking that, like, this woe is me, or, like, things are going to get better without you saying something. You have to walk away from that and build up, you know, that strength and the confidence and the courage to move on and do what's right for you. You know, we have the Hangman underneath the Strength card, which is all about, like, gaining a new perspective. And again, another card of, you know, spiritual awakening, ego death, dropping that ego, realizing that you might not be as hot shit as you thought you was. Okay? Like, and it's okay. Or you have some belief systems that you need to let go, some friends that you need to let go, but you need to let it go in order to move on and move forward and acknowledge the truth. But that's all that I'm seeing for you for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, thank you for watching. Bye!